Hi guys, and welcome back to another segment to the place where we get the top influencers, the real movers, the shakers, the people who are really changing the industry and giving so much value. The big names who's really doing the do out there in many different areas. I'm Stephen Gillen. Welcome to another segment on the platform. Those of you who may not know about me, I have my own unfortunate dark history in organised crime. My book, Extraordinary, The Search for a Life Worth Living. If that's something you're interested in, of course, is out there. Netflix are doing a documentary on it now. A lot of stuff out there in the media, and quite interesting. Thanks for coming on again. And today, without further ado, it's a really special one, I have to say today. It really is, because, you know, there's a lot of stuff in the media talking about me, my history, my past, all of this stuff. And today I've got someone who's an amazing person doing amazing stuff in the world, who I've known since I was a kid, you know, since we was 14 years of age. She's like a sister to me. So this is very innovative content, very genuine, and it's stuff that hasn't been done before. And her husband, Delroy, who sadly passed from cancer just some weeks ago, was really a dear brother and one of my very best friends, who I went right back to the madness with, and all the way through everything. He was one of the only people, I'll tell you, who knew and see everything. So without further ado, it's my real great pleasure today to introduce you to my sister from another mother, Claudia Q. Claudia, it's really lovely to have you on the platform. Now look, I meant what I said on there. We're like family, really. You know, you've got your own brand, Claudia Q. You're a top flight pioneering hairdresser since I've known you. You know, you had shops and all this back in the day, you know, in Wembley and all this. I know you've worked on Top Boy. I know you've worked on Downton Abbey, Bridgerton or whatever that thing is. I know they flew you over to Bob Marley. 7 months you was on that set, you know. So I know you're really in the industry and been doing amazing things for a long time. But look, tell us about Del. He was one of my closest brothers. Tell us about him. Tell us about your relationship. Tell us about where you are now.
Well, me and Del met when I was 16. I was actually going to meet my sister at Toys R Us in Cricklewood at the time. And him and his cousin just came along with me, and we just hit it off from there. We just basically met at 16. We went up and down together. We just grew into a relationship of love, basically. Just nothing planned, just simple, everyday life. And we just clicked it from 16 years old till the age we are at now. Well, the age I am now.
We sadly lost him, didn't we? Cancer, you know. I'll tell you what, this was a man of honour, guys. You know, we used to say about, you know, but none of us escape, right? Yeah. But dying with honour, you know, he really, what we went through with that was really something. But he was a proper person to the end, right?
You know how it is. He was amazing. He had he keeps friends. Del was very loyal. He was a very good friend. He was a very good husband. He was the best father, best brother, best son. He was an all-rounder, and he was actually the glue to everyone. If anybody speaks, if like 10 people came in here, the basic lines of it, they'll say the same things. He was just loyal to everyone.
Yeah, and there was 3,000 people at his funeral.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I spoke at the funeral. It was called with family, very, very tight, all the way back. 3,000 people. So it just goes to show, massive funeral about the people he touched, right? You know, we went through everything together, all the darkness, you know, all the rough stuff. Yeah. He went to prison, same as me. Yeah. You know, it was like we was in hell in the old days, right? Mm-hmm. You know, it was like Deshane and Sully. We was laughing earlier. We were talking about Chop Boy. That was like us in the old days. It really was. It was, you know, I kid you not. It was not a good place to be. And people think it was not a good place to be with all that darkness around us, and it really was like that, just to shorten it. But behind that, you know, as dark as it was, and there was times that we wished that we was dead, let me tell you, that's what that life brought us to. We was good people behind that. Oh yeah. It's just we was positioned for so much bad shit. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We had to survive, and that's the way that it was. But we changed the narrative, you know, and behind that we was really good people. He was very loyal, he was had your back, you know what I mean? He was actually a kind soul.
Yeah.
But same as me.
Both of you.
But good people do bad things, let me tell you. Mostly because they have to, right? Or they're leveraged to, or they're trying to survive. It doesn't mean they're wholly bad. And I've learned that. And of course, I've changed my life completely the other way. I'm living proof of that. But look, you've brought out a new range of stuff. All these products are really good, Claudia. I mean, they're all organic. They've got all the stuff in there. You've done a lot of research and everything. It's the Love Always Brings You Back collection, isn't it? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, do you know what? I've always wanted to bring out. I've always wanted to bring out a brand. I've had a few pieces like my silk scarves, my silk bonnets, my shea butter with black castor oil in it. My new products now are the Love Always Brings You Back collection: shampoos, conditioners, styling products, and it's all about love. It's all about dedicating this brand Ortodale. He was actually the funder of our business. Like when we met, and then when we were driving through Wembley one day, and we turned and we looked at the shop, and he was like, Claude, let's get that shop, because he knew I was going up and down doing hair, working in salons, and he knew I had a whole load of clients, and he was like, let's get that shop, and we basically just did. So he would back me up in everything I'd done, anything to do with the business. He was like my mentor. He was like somebody I could go to and say, Del, should I do this with the staff? He used to say, Claude, I used to just go and I asked him everything, and he gave me good answers. So, you know, he was like the backbone of everything. As much as he wasn't standing up there doing the hair, if I wanted like to ask him anything about anything in the salon, and he wasn't a hairdresser, I'm the hairdresser, he would give me good advice, because it's not all about the hairdressing, it's everything that goes behind it as well.
So our advice was about life.
Yeah.
You know, especially the hard parts of it.
Yep.
You know, the human condition, about what people are going to do, what they're not going to do, putting things together.
Yep.
Life skills, you know, on a different kind of level. But because we'd had to learn that, it's really valuable, all right? It's really valuable. There are other parts of life, of course, but that was a valuable part of us, because it was real time, right here, right now.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know what I mean? How does it work? What's it going to be? What does it don't have to be? You know, so it was putting things together. He was great at that. You know, we had to do that. We had to make something out of nothing all the time. Yeah. Right? You know, and he was he was such a joy. It was so sad to miss, you know, to lose him. I miss him, you know, I do. I miss him, you know, I really, really miss him, you know. Some of the products, look, you know, some great stuff. I'll put this out because it's really valuable. You know, they really sell these things, and, you know, there's a lot of care, a lot of love in them. Tell us about that one, Claude.
This is a silk bonnet, and it's like, if you feel it, the actual quality of this silk it's just perfect. It's like, us women, we like fine things. So when you feel this, it feels nice. It's not just like polyester, it's actually a grade of silk. Silk actually just locks in moisture. Well, anything to do with my brand's got to do with hair, because I'm hair. So the feel of stuff, the feel of materials I source from a seamstress. She makes clothes, and she actually got this print for me, my logo, and she actually put it on her finest still. She actually picked the grade of silk for me. She never just picked anyone. I told her what it's for to lock in moisture in hair, and she actually picked this grade of silk. So any of my silk scarves or my silk bonnets, they're actually real silk. They're not polyester, they're real silk, and you can actually, when you have it, you can actually, it's amazing, you can feel it. You can feel it in that. You can actually feel it in the tops, in the touch. And then this is my silk scarf. This is my silk scarves. I've got them in all different colours. It's got my Claudia Tube brand on it, and they're really and I sell these. This is an everyday thing. Like my clients come in. They're like, "Oh, Claude, can I have another scarf? And can I have one for my daughter, my brother?" Like everybody buys it. I've got two. These are what, like, Afro girls, they go to bed with these on, or they use the scarf. It's either or either. Sometimes when they go to the sauna, one of my clients, she goes to the sauna and she puts this on her hair so her hair doesn't get wet, and it blocks that. It forms a barrier silk, so it forms a barrier from wet to dry. So they all use that. So
It's great.
The finest silk.
Give us
So
these
it's
ones
great.
here, Flo. Tell us about this one. That's a great one.
Oh, this
Another
is my
great one, that.
bestseller. These straighteners are my bestseller. And it's got a lovely little package in a box. Reminds me of like a champagne box. And it's got Claudia Q with my logo on it. And I've basically got these straighteners in 3 different sizes. I've got them, this is the medium one, I've got the large one, and I've got the small one. So this is a go-to for anybody's hair. I use these on a daily basis. I use this in my salon. I use this on sets. I use this everywhere. It's the plate of it. Why these are different from the ones out there is they're titanium plate. I've been doing hairdressing for so long that I research. I always research stuff. So I didn't want ceramic because I didn't like ceramic. When I'm doing hair every day, I'm like, this is just taking too long, and I don't like the feel of ceramic straighteners. Titanium plate is better for moisture. It's better for going through less passes and getting a nice silkier finishing touch than a ceramic
Yeah,
one.
and you used all this, didn't you, on Top Boy?
Yeah, I use it on Top Boy and all
Bob
of them.
Marley,
And
all of this stuff. They've been really, really good.
That's what I use for those.
Thanks, you know, they've done really, really well, you know. You've got these one. This is a really, really cool one. It's another amazing product. Tell us about this. This is the Love Brings You Back collection.
This is my Love Bring You Back collection. I just love the I actually love the packaging. Everything in here is basically just, it's just all natural. And these boxes, the packaging is basically all glass. Like this is glass. Products are preserved best in glass. The properties that it has in it, like the baobab oil, which is from an African country, it locks in moisture. It's got prickly pear in it, which is
from Sicily, no less.
So that's just moist. That's just moisture.
There.
It's got marula. It's got marula oil. So all of these products are good for moisture. Moisture in the hair. So again, actually top high class property. I've got styling products, which is clay fiber paste and cream, and it's all for the hair. You girls who are doing your edges, who wear wigs and blah blah blah, and are not using, and you ain't got no edges left. These are the go-to styling products. They're very light. They do what the hair needs to do, but they're quality. They're not going to break your hair. They're going to give you your edges back. What happens to you women who are wearing a lot of wigs? You need some good products with good properties in it, and this is what they do.
Yeah.
And plus, love always brings you back. So when you use the products, you would always come back to them. There's no doubt. I've used them. I've tested them. I've tried them. They're ever selling, and clients always come back. They always come back to it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I go back, as I've said with Claudia, since we was kids, teenagers, and you know, there's one of the things, isn't it, that Dale said that always stuck with me, and he always told me, he said, look, Steve, you know, it's a love always bring you back.
Yeah,
right, and it is. Always. It's his family. You know, whatever it is, you know, we may have a falling out or disagreement, or you know, we grow apart or do what we're doing. You know, we come back around. It's always the love. You know, that will bring, bring you back, and that really stuck with me.
Yeah.
I always remember that. So it was a real thing, you know, for you to bring out this collection.
Yeah.
The Love Always Brings You Back collection. So true.
It is. Even my clients who like go away, some of them live in Dubai, some of them live in like America, they always come back. They're like, Claudia, I just love always brings you back. It's just, that's what it stands for.
So look, guys, Claudia Q, Claudia Chung, where can people see her? We're going to talk some Top Boy stuff and some other stuff in a minute, but just get it in there quickly. People who want to know more, where can they connect with you? So
they can go on my social media page, Claudia Q, or Quality Hair, and you'll find me on Instagram. You'll find all my details on my social media platform. Just put my name in, Claudia Q, and it will come up.
There you go, guys. There's the route in, and I really invite you to go and have a look at that. You'll be well looked after, proper quality stuff. So look, let's get some juice out of the thing now, right? Top Boy, give us some of the us some of the behind the scenes. We was talking about this, right? You know, we was talking about, you know, Ashley Waters and all that stuff. He was really cool. Tell us about him. What was he like on set?
He was nice. He was just like, he was it just flowed. Top Boy was my first set I've ever worked on. It was one of my It was my placement, which they ended up keeping me on till the end. When I was on set with them, they were nice. It was like a little family. If we walked past you, we just say hi, just like normal, like treat you just as normal as me and you. Yeah.
Sully, what was Sully like?
Sully,
great character on screen, by the way. Played it.
He's a great actor. Like even when I watched him on set, he's a great actor.
Great actor. Yeah.
With him, I find that he comes to set in his character.
Yeah.
He comes in character. That's what I found with him. He just came in character, and it's like he never shift from that. He was just character all the way.
Get the work done.
Yeah, just get the work done. Yeah. That's what I found with him.
And sometimes you'd film a lot on set at night, there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we used to leave early, or if I'm working late, I'd go in late. But yeah, it was great. And
there was another bit of controversial stuff you're telling me about a certain person. Not going to mention Central.
That's like I went on.
Yeah, what happened?
I went early one morning, got up 4 o'clock in the morning, reached set for about 6 o'clock in the morning, was getting the crowd ready for their day, and then the next minute, everything stopped. Oh, everybody can go home. Somebody never liked what was going on in the script, so we went home, not mentioning any names.
Yeah, so yeah, he didn't like the scenes. So I'm not doing it. Of course, he walked out the door.
We just walked out. That's how it goes on film sets.
Absolutely. So there you go, right? And so Downton Abbey and all that, Bridgerton.
Bridgerton was great. It was a massive set. Great hairstyles. You can get your creativity out. Just a big, massive set, but it was good. But the best one was the best one was Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. Tell us about that. She was over there. You shot. Great film, by the way.
It was a great film.
Yeah. So tell us about that one.
I was on that one for 7 months. I actually got that one from leading off from working on Top Boy. Zainab, she asked me, can I join them to work on the Bob Marley movie, which I did. I was really chuffed. I was like, oh wow, I'm going to be working on a Bob Marley movie. I went home, I go, Dal, they offered me a place on Bob Marley movie. It's great. He was like, what, really?
And so should they. You're super talent, let me tell you.
And then we went to, it was 7 months. It started over here first, and then we went to Jamaica. I was in Jamaica for just over 3 months, nearly 4 months. And it was just me and Dal. I left the kids at home with my little ones and my bigger ones. We went there. And my mum lives there. My mum and dad are both from Jamaica, so it's really sentimental to me. So
home to you,
right? That's like second home to me.
Yeah.
My mum was alive then, and it's funny how life can change because I was with my mum, I was with Dal, worked on a Bob Marley movie. The Bob Marley movie is still there. My mum's not there anymore. Bless her soul, she passed, and then now Dal's not there.
Yeah.
So, but you know the movie was great. It was really good. I loved it.
What was Siggy Marley like then? Tell us, Siggy.
He was humble. He was quiet. He was peaceful. He just walked around saying hi to everybody. And he was just quiet. You can see he was just overseeing, making sure that the film was done the way it's supposed to be done. Yeah. So, and he was in London as well. Even on the sets in London, I saw him on most of the sets. And he was in Jamaica. We had good times. It was good.
And the actor who played him, we talked about this earlier.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think? Did he pull it off or what?
Oh yeah, he definitely, his movements, everything. I thought he played it. I thought he played a good Bob Marley. He got it right. I believe he did. Some people might differ, but I believe that he done it good. Especially seeing him, he actually got his movements.
Yeah.
You know, he got his movement.
It was a great production.
Yeah, it was.
You know, I look at that. Of course, you're in the credits of that one.
Oh yeah, my name's there. So
yeah, your name's there, of course. Yeah. That was a really, really good production. I thought it was a good depiction, and what an amazing story. What an amazing story of a massive spirit, a massive life to come, change so much, live so hard, you know, and live so young. You know, it just goes and spreads so much.
Still.
Timeless. Yeah. You know, it goes to show you. Well, look, Claudia, this has been a really special one for me today, because I get some really big names, all kinds of experts and all kinds of people, of course, you know. I'm here, but this has been a special one for me today because it's like family. So, you know, I'd like to thank you for coming here today. You know, as always, in all the years I've known you, Claudia, you've never changed. It's amazing. Through all the craziness and all the rest of it, I don't know how you pulled it off, because she's a real thing, obviously. She's never changed. Such a sweet soul, all right? Yeah. We're very hard behind it. Don't mess around with Claudia, but what a shining star. Claudia.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Listen, thank you. Thank you for being in my life all these years, and I know you've helped me and doing all that. And there's been times without all of this together, I don't think we would have lasted too long. You know, so there you go. You know, that's a bit of truth too. Yeah. Thanks for coming on the platform. I really enjoyed that one, guys, because it was very personal to me. Really, a real joy. We all have family. We all have them people. They're really special people that you know are the genuine things that build our life. That are everything to us going forward. Claudia and everything we've been through and all that is certainly one of them for me. And I know that you guys have the same out there. I wish you very well. Do let us know if there's any other content that you would like us to see. Go on the channel. I know there's a lot of the organised crime stuff, a lot of the gangster stuff still, a lot of other big names coming up soon. Or we're going to be, you know, interviewing all the big names. A lot of stuff is coming out of the channel again around some of these guys, Michael Francis, John A. Light. Some amazing stories, right? Do let us know if there's anyone else you'd like us to interview, and I wish you well. Be blessed. Take care. Be lucky.